Insight.
Pleasure.
Thanks very much. Well, joining us now are two business owners. William Marsh is the president of American Bar Products. He's been delaying purchases. And Jimmy Hughes, president of Grand America, who has already had to lay off some workers. Gentlemen, welcome to the program. It's Brian Sullivan. William, I'm going to begin with you. You just heard us talking to Frank Luntz about how the majority of the people he surveys in your business say, guess what? We are uncertain. William, are you uncertain right now about what's going to happen?
Let me tell you, Brian Luntz hit it out of the park. One of the biggest concerns of small business is the ongoing trade deficit and federal budget deficit. We're aware the government's spending $1.5 trillion more every year than they take in, and we also know it's unsustainable. There are avenues to stop it are number one, to print money, number two, to raise taxes, number two, to raise debt, or number four, to cut spending. And if they were to extend the Bush tax cuts, it would be offering an olive branch to the business community, saying we have a problem and we're going to address it, and we're not going to fix it by raising taxes on you.
Jimmy, I know unfortunately your company's had to lay off a couple of workers here. What is your business environment like, and what do you make about what you are hearing coming from Washington, D.C.?
Well, the uncertainty, Brian, is just really unsettling and discouraging to a guy like me. I'm a very small business. I employ 12 people, and today I went in to do payroll and I wrote 9 checks today. That's because I had to lay off 3 of my people. And it's all due to the uncertainty. I don't know what's going to happen next, and I just can't take any chances right now, so I have to cut back.
If we surveyed you, William, and said, what do you think is going to happen to your costs next year? Do you think your costs regarding anything, taxes, healthcare, you name it, are going to go up, not down?
Well, it's pretty much guaranteed healthcare rates are going up. We've already seen about a 10% increase year on year this year. And if you were to ask me about next year, I'd assume they're going to go up, because if you look at the provisions that are in the health care bill put forward and passed by the Democrats in Congress, there's nothing in there which will reduce the costs there. And it's just one more structural cost that I've got to add to my business, in that I know most of the competition I face doesn't have to face. We see a lot of product coming in from offshore, from China, from Brazil, from Europe, from all over the world, and this is the market we compete in. The problem is that domestically, our government is not setting us up to compete effectively in an international environment.
You know, Jimmy, every time the president gives a speech now, we tend to hear the 2 words small business. He says, I'm for small business. They're rolling out packages. They just approved that $30 billion small business, basically a bailout. You know, it comes in the form of some tax credits.
Right.
You are a small business. Are any of these programs benefiting you?
Well, I'm glad you asked about the $30 billion tax or small business stimulus package. I was jogging the other day when they were talking about this plan, and I almost tripped and fell. I was so amazed at the arrogance of these people who don't really seem to know what's going on in the small business community. I've been to every bank in town, small and large. They're planning, the government wants to give $30 billion to the local banks to loan to small businessmen like me. Every time I walk into a bank, they don't say to me, Mr. Hughes, we'd like to loan you some money, we just don't have it. No, that's not it. What they say is, Mr. Hughes, we'd like to loan you some money, but your credit is maxed out and we need a loosening of credit before we can help you.
So they've got the money. William, are you encountering anything like that? I mean, we hear so much from the president that we've got to loosen this and we need to help small business. But I have you two gentlemen on the program, and you're both saying this is not helping. It is hurting. What do you want Washington to do, William? What would you do?
Well, I've got a bit of a different view on credit. I speak to my banker regularly about investing. We see a lot of availability in the credit markets for companies that are good credits. The problem is there are many people out there borrowing, and the ones that are looking to fund losses, not good businesses. We are in the early part of a very exciting time. We're seeing a tremendous amount of globalization in product and service markets. And at the time we're seeing China take off, India take off, Brazil take off, Europe recover, America is lagging. This is unprecedented. I don't think we've ever seen an economic environment where America is trailing the rest of the world.
Yeah, because you got many countries around the world, William, are actually cutting taxes, not even in Europe. Jimmy, you just heard probably the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, say this is not about politics regarding the extension or the vote on the extension of the Bush tax cuts. Do you buy that?
I have a hard time buying anything that the politicians are saying to me when they're talking about helping a small businessman. You know, the truth is that that many or most of these people have never really held a real job in their lives outside of politics.
That's right.
Let alone run a small business or tried to meet a payroll like I did today. They're so out of touch and so, as you said, disingenuous. I'm almost amazed at their arrogance.
Well, Jimmy, that's well said. I'm going to leave it there, unfortunately. But guess what? They have something you don't, guys. They have an unlimited revenue stream, courtesy of the American taxpayer.